Hello, welcome back to another episode of Angela Shows You. So, I'm not really showing anything in this video, but I did want to talk for a moment about Carnival Cruise Line and kind of a funny story that I saw a couple of days ago that did make me chuckle a little bit, but then I also did want to talk a little bit about things that you can request of your cruise line. Probably not necessarily just Carnival, but I cruise with Carnival Cruise Line, and I actually have a couple of cruises coming up in this year 2025 with Carnival. So this did just it kind of made me want to point out, maybe some things that you can ask of the cruise line, and then things that they they won't do, or can't do, um, for you. So I saw a funny request, and John Heald of Carnival, their brand ambassador, had talked a little bit um, about this interesting request that had come their way. So gender reveals. Gender reveals seem to be, this a huge trend the last few years. And so there was a couple who was getting ready to cruise on Carnival, and they wanted to have a gender reveal party on the Lido deck. Fine, right? You can do whatever you want on the Lido deck, but this couple wanted Carnival to use uh their whale tail, their signature, the red, white, and blue tail. This couple wanted Carnival to blow either blue or pink smoke out of the tail as part of their gender reveal ceremony. And so Carnival had to say no, we can't do that. Okay, you don't know until you ask. I get that, but that seems like a huge ask. Like, I don't even know how would they even go about doing that? So I thought that that was a very unusual request, but like I said, you don't know unless you ask. And so they asked, and they were told, no, that's not something that Carnival is going to be able to do. And I'm sure there's reasons for them not being able to do it. It probably would cause confusion, and it probably just would be something extremely difficult for them to do anyway. I mean, like I said, I don't know how they would color. Uh, so anyway, I thought that that was, kind of funny a little bit in a way. But I did want to talk a little bit about a couple of requests that people can do that Carnival, and probably other cruise lines as well, will actually do, and be able to honor for you, the passenger, and your friends and or family. So did you know that Carnival they'll do uh, an ashes at sea? I've seen this numerous times on Facebook, and I think it's wonderful. It is something that you need to arrange ahead of time, but somebody from the Carnival staff will meet you. They come up with a meeting spot, and you can actually do ashes at sea. And Carnival provides a beautiful letter, a document that gives the coordinates of where you are when the ashes were spread at sea. And I believe that that's a complimentary service. If there is a charge, I'm sure they'll let you know. But from what I've seen shared on social media, it is something that they do. And I've seen a lot of extremely heartwarming comments. Um, People who post uh, this experience. Some people have said, I saw your family, like I was on that same cruise. I saw your family, and just the support. It is actually extremely nice. Just it. I think we get so used to hearing negative all the time that we forget that there is so much good that happens in the love and support, that people show for each other in a moving time like that. So if that's, if you have a loved one who loved cruising, and that might be something that to consider, contact the cruise, the ship that you're going to be on ahead of time, and ask how you arrange, to do the ashes at sea. But yeah, they give a nice little letter, um, for the family to hang on to. And I think that that's beautiful. And the other thing that you can do, and this is actually something that I've been considering looking into a little bit myself. My husband and I are taking a cruise at the end of 2025 to celebrate our 20th wedding anniversary. And you can renew your wedding vows on the cruise ship. So uh, if you're going with family or friends on the cruise, of course, you can make it an event that, you can celebrate with friends and family. We happen to just be going on this cruise by ourselves. So I am actually looking at the Carnival website, and if you go to Renewal of Vows. And so on Carnival, they do say that a renewal of vows ceremony is something aboard a Carnival cruise that is a great way to, retie your knot. So they say that as you celebrate your time together in the years that are still to come, making new memories as you affirm your feelings, remain every bit as strong as the first day you said those simple and powerful words. It wouldn't be a ceremony without friends and family, so please invite them along. However, we're just going by ourselves. Let Carnival take care of the details that made your first time awesome. So I do believe that this is something that there's a charge for, but it says that there's a ship captain will officiate the ceremony, and they give you a certificate. And you can do wine and music and a wedding cake. So this, I do believe, is something that's very, very nice. Um, so it looks like on Carnival, there is a basic package. Um, what I want to find out, because this sounds like it's actually a package with a party, they can have up to 8 people that they charge for. But it's a ceremony that's performed by the ship's captain. You get a certificate, a rose, and a boutonniere for the husband, a wedding cake, a wine toast, ceremony music, and photography service, which is about $800. Um, but I want to just like find out because it's going to just be the two of us, so I don't like need a whole thing. Um, so this is something that, I am considering looking into a little bit for my um my itinerary in December. But we'll see, since it's just going to be the two of us and I don't need all of that. Um, I don't know if this is, you know, just a standard thing that they do or don't deviate from. But so I just wanted to share an interesting request that I saw that Carnival can't do. And I also just wanted to share a couple of things that Carnival can do: the renewal of the vows, the ashes at sea. So these are things, if you didn't know, I hope that I've enlightened you a little bit on services that are available. And like I said, I am sure that other cruise lines do this. I am sure that this is not something that's unique to just Carnival Cruise Line. So let me know, have you ever taken advantage of either of these services, the Ashes at Sea or the renewal of the vows? Did you know about it? Is it something that you would be interested in? If you've done it, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let people know, how did it go for you, especially, really, I think, especially more the renewal of the vows. Um, how was it? Did you find it uh, worth it? It just seems like a really unique and special thing for couples to do. So I hope that this is told you something that you may not have known before. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. While this channel does focus a lot on crafts, I do like to throw in, from time to time, other things that I hope are beneficial for people to know. Um, I we all vacation. So, in addition to crafts, I do like to just share other things that I hear and experience, because why keep that knowledge to yourself? So I will see you next time. Take care.